What's going on, football fans? It is a pleasure to be here yet again. This is the first full week we've freaking done in so long, but thank you, God. By the grace of God, we're back on it, man. We are back on the show, and we're ready to rock and roll. Here we are on a Monday morning for me and early afternoon for these two guys over here, getting ready and set for tonight's gigantic matchup. I just got to say something to both of you guys real fast. The Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that you guys aren't too fond of, have now lost 2 in a row, guys. So,
I mean, it don't really matter to us. We gotta either way. The division is kind of out of reach, so we gotta win out and hope 11-5 can get us in.
well,
Hey, the Steelers have surprised me, man. They've played really well, but they've against better teams though they haven't played. That Bills got a tough team, man. Bills got a tough team.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
They got a good team.
They do, man. Those Bills aren't easy. They are definitely a
Josh
very
Allen's
tough
on.
team. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, that team was a good one. Last night, I couldn't believe it. It was 7-0 at the half, and out of nowhere, it's like, I look up and it's like 23-7. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It really was. But with that said, gentlemen, this is going to be a fun game. Tonight, I was listening to the broadcast on USRM with Matt Owens, and it's hilarious because somebody in the chat room pointed out, the obvious, but something pretty funny. And today is basically, and this is going to be hilarious, but I forgot who said it in the chat room. I would give them props for it. But today is the imposter Browns versus the real Browns.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
It is, yep.
So the real Browns are wearing purple, and the Browns that just, popped up out of nowhere in Cleveland again in 1999 are the ones wearing the Browns uniforms. Good old Art Modell. I'm just kidding, guys. But no, man, today's a good one. Today's going to be a fun game. And this is going to be a great Primetime Face Off. So everybody, thank you very much for tuning in today in this very awkward time. Next week, I'm going to try these. I'm not sure. I'm going to see. These Monday ones are kind of weird. But honestly, today I thought I was going to have a hard time. I really was. I'm not going to be free in the evening. Scott's like, hey, I'm down in the afternoon. And like, am I doing it? I'm like, oh, sweet. So anyway, with that said, we're going to get things going here today and have some fun with this day Primetime Face Off, y'all. So, first and foremost, the introduction going. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're excited for a good one here tonight, as we have two teams here from the AFC North. As I always like to say, the division where you have to play offense on defense. Or did I say that? You have to play defense on offense because the hitting is so hard. They hit you too on offense, trust me. This is no division to bat an eye at. This is a fun one. And, well, these two fans are as diehard as it gets. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get things going for today's Primetime Face Off. As the Baltimore Ravens take on the Cleveland Browns. All right, y'all, here we go today. Let's have some fun to get on into this. I will be, of course, giving you my thoughts and the playoffs picture and everything like that after the face-off is done. I got on a little bit late today, so my bad. But with that said, stay tuned after the face-off. We'll be getting that going on. But starting things off for us here today, representing the away team, he, of course, is diehard Ravens fans all the way from the East Coast. Glad to have him here today. He is a definite frequent guest here on 3 and Out. I'm glad to have him here today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming back for his umpteenth time, Mr. Scott Scholl. What's going on, man? How you doing today, brother?
What's up, man? Not a whole lot. Just I'm at work right now. It's pretty slow. With all this Corona stuff, I work on cars, man. So it's been real hit or miss. So just hanging out.
At least you got it, man. Unfortunately,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, after all this crap and everything, we're all just hoping and praying everything goes back to normal soon. But then again, what is going to be the new normal? You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be different. Yeah, that's for sure.
We're just hoping. So hoping and praying everything is somewhat better. So, and of course, but I'm glad to have you have work, man. I'm glad to see you there doing your thing, brother. So, representing the home team, he of course is a diehard Browns fan, and he is one of our very own. He did one of these in the very start of the season, and well, he just kind of stayed, and so did Christopher. Both of them stayed actually and became hosts on IE Sports Radio. Glad to have him here, and he is certainly one of the biggest Browns fans you'll ever meet. And glad to have him here today. His Columbus Crew, by the way, in the MLS, just won their second title in franchise history. A couple of days ago, like I said, in the MLS, defeating Seattle Sounders 3-0. And I'll tell you what, man, he is pumped up right now. Ohio is jumping. I don't know what's going on with Ohio State, if they're going to get in. If they're not. College football right now is a mess.
Yeah, but I got I'm a Big Ten follower because I'm a Terps fan too. Ohio State's gonna they'll still participate in the Big Ten championship. They pretty much took the rule back. The rule was you had to play at least 6 games, I believe.
Yeah,
and they've only played 5. But they had the best team there. They put them in the Big Ten championship. So Ohio State will still have their chance to at least be in the football playoffs for CFP.
That's pretty cool. I mean, everything that's been going on, all this darn COVID,
So much.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool rule, and that's cool, man. I got a Terps fan right here. I'm loving it, man. But I'll tell you, this is
all Maryland, all Baltimore, all Washington, man. That's
I respect that.
Yeah, everything pretty much DMV.
DMV. And you can't host a freaking DMV show for us, Scott. You can't do it. We need a DMV show.
I can do a DMV show, but I just can't do all the different sports, man. There's so much in the area with college teams and pro teams, and there's only certain sports. I mean, football, baseball, basketball, hockey. I watch all those, but there are certain things I don't watch. I don't watch soccer.
We'll get you a co-host, Scott. Come on.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm down, man. I'm down.
Here's the thing, man. It's a big area, and you'd be covering, seriously, Bowie State. Do you know who Bowie State is?
Yeah, I know who Bowie State is. Yeah,
we'll be covering stuff like that. Virginia Union. I mean, well, maybe not Fayetteville. Fayetteville's North Carolina. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying you'd be covering all that good stuff here. Our boy Andrew over here on the far right. This guy, man, I'm loving it. He took Ohio on by himself, man. This guy's covering everything Ohio. I'm loving it. Good stuff. But yeah, man, that'd be super cool. We'd love to have you. We need a freaking DMV show. We need it.
Yeah,
I can
make that happen. We'll talk afterwards. I can make that happen.
I like this. See, there we go. All right, sounds good.
There you go.
That'd be great. So, with that said, of course, representing the home team, like I said, one of our own here at IE Sports Radio. Certainly one of the biggest diehard Browns fans you'll ever meet, and he's here to rep his team here tonight. He is the host of the Soccer Scoreboard Show, talking all soccer around the world on Sundays, and of course, the host of the State of Ohio Sports right here on IE Sports Radio every Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the one, the only, Mr. Andrew Hagenbaugh. What's going on, Andrew? How you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm glad to hear. I'm doing my best, brother. And on this beautiful Monday morning for me over here, and Taryn pops in the chat room, by the way, a little bit ago. Good morning, Larry. We have a great MMA show. You got to love it, man. Taryn does this to every single show, and he's got to love it, man. He's like, he's the all IE Sports Radio guy, man.
Yeah, he's always there.
He's around a lot, yeah. He's around a lot.
And just so you guys know, I think, Andrew already does, and Scott already does too, because how could I forget, ladies and gentlemen? Scott, forgive me for this. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Taryn Rodriguez has been nominated to the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame, our 3rd class. And guess who else has also been nominated to that IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame, Andrew?
Oh, man, it's a tough one, isn't it?
That's a tough one because you're talking to him, man. Scott Scholl has been.
Hey, congrats, guys. Look at you.
IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame.
Hey.
Hey, Look, man, Scott's been around iSports Radio like the last 2 years, and like almost every single time I've reached out to this guy, it could be like in the last 5 minutes, like, dude, I need a Ravens fan. He's like, I got you, don't worry about it. Like he just pops up like a genie, man. He's everywhere. So it's awesome, man. He pops up like a dang Jack in the Box, man. So
Absolutely.
glad to have you guys here. And yeah, man, the Hall of Fame voting is underway, everybody, once again. So get on over to the iSports Radio Twitter, scroll down, get your votes in. We'll be in next Sunday, and we'll go off from the round of 24 to the round of 16. Let's see if Scott and Trevor and Taryn make it. Let's see. Let's hope they do, and get on to that next round. So with that said, gentlemen, let's go ahead and get on in here to the Primetime Face Off. Should be going into again, like I said, the Ravens taking on the Browns. Let's get on into it. So our two combatants are here. Let's bully y'all. So first and foremost, X Factors. You love them. I love them. We all love them. This is always a fun question because we don't really know. It's a trip. Some players, the injuries, the COVID list this year, all kinds of things. So many different things can be a factor. There's no freaking audience. I mean, that could be the X factor sometimes. We got coaches getting fired right now, like Gunther, that I didn't think fired out of nowhere with my Raiders. That was crazy. But I'm just saying, man, so all kinds of crap is happening. The X factor can be damn near anybody, guys. So with that said, starting things off here, Scott, you got it for us, man. Ravens, X factors. Who you got?
I mean the X factor as in like a player wise, or can it be anything?
Okay,
X
I was
factor.
big. I'm sorry. Okay, the X factor, yes, for the game, of course. So like a specific player, one side of the ball, a unit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So the X factor for the game for the Ravens is going to be stopping the run. You stop the run, you stop the play action pass, and Baker has not been good when the play action pass isn't in the game. So you got to take them out. You got to, Chubb's a monster. You got to be able to stop him early, get out on a lead on him early, and force him to throw the ball without being able to use play action. Because when he can move the pocket and use play action, he's really good. So you got to be able to stop the run, man. You got to be able to hold them on first downs.
All right. So then basically you're saying the defense, man. I mean, the defense.
Yeah, defense. Yep.
The front seven, because you got to be able to get it. So I'll tell you right now, I mean, of course, defense is Baltimore's specialty. We know that. But man, everyone's on Baker's head, huh, Andrew? Last night, man, we had Paul, a Steelers fan, last night on the Primetime Face Off. Daddy, a Bills fan, and man, he was on Baker. Like, he was talking crap. And I remember, like, it's funny, man. Like, yeah, Drew, I mean, go ahead, man. Let us know. X factors, and if you want to, go ahead and defend your quarterback.
Well, I got one thing to say. Well, at least we could beat Washington. So that's all I got to say. So I want to throw that out there really quick. But no, my X factor tonight is going to be the same as Scott. I mean, you got to go defense. I mean, Myles Garrett, you got to get to Lamar Jackson. You got to stop that run. You got to stop Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. You literally got to stop all three running backs. You have to stop Lamar from running. If he gets the open pocket, he can just take off immediately and go for a 50-yard touchdown at any moment of the game. So you literally have to. So for both teams, basically, it's the same thing. You got to stop the run.
I completely agree with that, man. Terrence says here in the chat room, the Browns have come a long way, and they definitely have. If they win today, which is possible, they will be number one behind Pittsburgh. That's right. I heard they announced that last night on Monday.
Yeah, it will be. One game out.
Here people will be bragging on the Browns earlier this season. Well, I'm sorry. Here were people bagging on the Browns earlier this season, and yeah, it's true. There were people who were bagging. But I'll tell you what, man. The team that's everyone needs to stop counting out the Ravens, man. Like, I know you guys haven't had the best year, but.
Hey, if you remember, we had a talk before the year started, and I told you that the hype was so big. I told you we wouldn't win 14 games, we wouldn't go undefeated. Before the year started, I said we finished 11-5, and that's still what we're gonna have to do to make the playoffs. We're gonna have to go 11-5. So I'm still on board with that. I never thought we were going to repeat of last year. I didn't. It's tough to do that, man. It's tough. I think that Greg Roman, just like he did in Buffalo and San Fran, he's failed to adjust to the adjustments made. And he's always done that. He's had one really good year, and then he completely dies out and he loses his job. And right now, the passing game, his run concepts are great, probably the best in the league behind Kyle Shanahan. But his passing concepts are horrible. They're bad. Yeah. They're very high school-esque. Got 5 receivers in the same area. Like, you got a whole football field. You got to use it, man. You can't bunch all these dudes up, and you have receivers running into receivers, and it's just a mess. It has been a tough year. We're still, you know, I think coaching has a lot to do with it. I think Lamar has him not having a full training camp because of COVID and all that. I think he's reverting back to poor fundamentals. Footwork's kind of sloppy. Mechanics kind of sloppy. Hopefully him taking that game off, you know, for COVID kind of got his head right. He looked better Tuesday night against a bad Dallas team. But he still had some balls that he threw into the dirt. That ball, though, man, when he was rolling to the left and hit that Hollywood in the corner, rolling to his left, there's probably 4 dudes in the NFL that can make that throw, and he's one of them. I mean, that's a rolling to your left, dime, 40 yards upfield. That's impressive. So
definitely not easy, man. I completely agree. And these Ravens, man, they're let's take a quick look here. I was going to get to this after the face-off, of course, after you gentlemen, you know, head on with your days. But really quick, man, look at this AFC playoff picture real fast. So check this thing out. Right now, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, we have, of course, the number 1 Kansas City and the number 2 seed Pittsburgh. Right now, this very moment, let me zoom in a little bit with my eyes. My goodness. We would have the Indianapolis Colts, who just, you know, smacked my Raiders around it was bad. Yeah. Rivers is like, I remember you guys. I'm gonna put up 44 points anyway. So the Colts would be heading on over to Buffalo. That would be actually a really good game. And then we would have going to Tennessee. And look at that, guys, just outside.
Yep, Baltimore. Yep.
Look at that, man. You guys are right there next to. Oh, it's Miami. But you guys are right there. So really, guys, it's like you gotta win out. It's like thing. But man, you guys are right there. So Terrence says Hall of Fame. Stop. He's being funny. I know that, but hail to the football team. That's hilarious. I thought he said Hall of Fame. I was like, get out of here. But no, hail to the football team. That's hilarious. Washington. So I knew the Browns were decent back in week 2. It's just playing, or it's what do you call it? It's just that playing the Ravens in week 1 cold turkey did them.
That was I don't expect that. I don't expect this to be. I didn't expect that game to be a blowout. I don't expect this one to be. It'll be a real 3-point-ish, 4-point-ish, 1 possession. I think I'm taking the under. If you're a bet, I take the under. I don't think they're gonna hit over. I think the over is 54, 52.
Something up there.
Yeah, it's about 55.
I take the under. And I'd take the Browns if they're 3-point dogs. Because I think that it's at 3-point dogs at home. I think the game could come down to a 2-point, 1-point game. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun game.
Darren thinks he's funny. How about them? Guess what? We'll see y'all on Thursday night, y'all. We'll see you on Thursday.
There you go.
We will see.
There you go. All right.
That's right. But guys, I agree, man. Good stuff so far. So let's get on in here. Man, we didn't even get over there, but all right, we got to one thing. Andrew, X Factors, man. I'm sorry.
Listen, we got again, defense is going to be a big X factor. If we can make Lamar Jackson throw, they're 31st in the passing offense. So if we can force Lamar Jackson, and like Scott said, if we can force Lamar Jackson to throw, he's had a tough time all season making plays. I mean, he only threw for barely 100 yards against a very weak Cowboys defense, to where Baker Mayfield threw for almost 400 against the Cowboys defense. So the point here is, if you can stop the run, you're going to make Lamar Jackson's day a living hell.
Agreed. Okay, so I know I actually asked you that in my bed. Very excited.
That's all good.
But man, that was just a lot. But I love the conversation, guys. I love This is what it's all about, man. Good football talk. I'm loving it. And this is what it's what the listeners love. Is what we all love, man. That's what we're here for. So, yes, Taryn, Raiders playoffs have begun. Yes, yes, they certainly have. Shoot, those things.
Hey, the Ravens playoffs started too last week. So I mean, it's the same way over here.
They sure did. So, with that said, guys, let's go ahead and get on in here to the lightning round and have a little bit of fun going back and forth. So, weaknesses. This is always a fun one, man. Scott, what's going on, man? Tell us the weaknesses on the Browns and how can your Ravens exploit those weaknesses to earn that tonight?
I would say the weaknesses are the Browns defense. Outside of Myles Garrett, they really don't have anybody. Honestly, though, they're without Denzel Ward. They're without the other safety, Harrison. Sendejo is not good. I know he said that Lamar didn't throw well against Dallas, but Lamar was missing Willie Snead, who's been his top receiver all year, and Lamar was missing Mark Andrews, who's the best tight end, top 3 tight end in the NFL, top 4 tight end. So he's getting that guy back. He's getting Snead back. We're getting a bunch of guys back. I mean, we're getting our guys back. I just think that offensively, we should be able to really do what we got to do: run the ball, pass the ball, work in play action. Like I said, Myles Garrett he's a game wrecker, and as long as we can, at least you're not going to stop him. As long as we can contain him, and not allow him to take the game over, offensively, we should be able to move the ball and put up some points.
Good stuff. Okay, well there you go. So now it is your turn, Drew. Go ahead, man. Tell us, what do you think of Scott? I mean, what do you think, man? Do you think like, all right, you got a point, but stop it? Or wait a minute, no. So let us know your thoughts on his weaknesses on your team, and then, of course, point out the weaknesses that you feel that your Browns can exploit tonight on the Ravens to win this thing.
Well, I can't really disagree with him on our defensive side of the ball. I mean, we don't have Denzel Ward. We have 2 linebackers who are in their second year in the NFL, and Taki and Mac Wilson. We got literally Andrew Hagenbaugh, who's one of the worst safeties in all of football.
Well, he is.
And I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, we do have a very weak secondary, and the Ravens can easily exploit that. But if Myles Garrett and that offensive line, as they do so well, can get to Lamar Jackson and get to him quickly, the secondary won't be much of an issue. Because guess what? We're literally 4th in takeaways this year.
Yeah, it works hand in hand.
Yeah, we have 10 fumbles and 10 interceptions on the year, which puts us 4th in the NFL in takeaways. So if we can get to Lamar Jackson, who knows? Myles Garrett can get his old strip sacks and hit the ball that leads to interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Pressure
stuff.
him, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. You were doing it, Scott. Go round ahead, man. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I think he's right. I mean, I think he is right. It comes down to being able to chip Myles. If he can get pressure and alter Lamar, when Lamar gets pressured, okay, well, the offensive line, we lost Yonda to retirement, Hall of Famer. We lost Ronnie Stanley back early on. The offensive, that's the biggest difference between this year and last year's Baltimore teams, is the offensive line. Believe it or not, I know Lamar's, say what you want about him, he's a running quarterback. Lamar is one of the best quarterbacks in the league when he can step up into the pocket and throw the ball. He's not a quarterback that throws on the run a lot. He don't do that a whole lot. He likes to have a pocket to climb into and be able to go through his progressions and find the proper guy to throw to, the proper man that's open. But he just hasn't had that time this year. And when he don't have that time, he gets flustered and he reverts back to the college Lamar, dropping his elbow, just getting sloppy with his footwork, mechanics, and that's when it leads to mistakes. So you got to be able to pressure him and move that pocket, and not let him be able to step up into the pocket, because when he can step up into the pocket, he makes beautiful throws, really good doing that. And not only that, when there's a pocket to step into, he can run from there too. The middle of the field opens up and he can just take off. So we got to be able to build a pocket for him.
Good stuff.
But Andrew was right though. We got to be able to, pressure is going to be a main factor in the game tonight.
I feel like on both sides, really. I mean, because it's
yeah.
it's going to be big because both of you have pointed out things on the defense, which is kind of odd. I mean, the Browns. I'm a Raider fan, so I can say this. The Browns have been a little Raider-ish the last, couple decades.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But the only thing that has really kept, if there was anything I gotta say has ever kept the Browns in games,
His defense.
AFC defense. Because that division, as I said, guys, you have to play defense on offense in the AFC North.
Oh.
You have to be one tough dude. I don't care. You can't be a glitzy, glamoury receiver. You have to be like a badass. You have to be kind of rough.
Hardest division of football, man.
It is. Man. Division is nasty, and then defense wise. Woo! Like you got guys like they draft guys like from the SEC like who just want to knock your head off, man. Like seriously, like you have to have tough, mean players. You have to. This division is rough. So
yeah, it's not for the weak-hearted.
Yeah,
not for the weak-hearted.
It's really not. This is a very tough. So I can say both defenses are going to be tough, and it's kind of funny that we're talking about defenses being the weaker point right now. Kind of funny, but ironic, if you will. But overall, guys, I just feel like right now, defense. There you go, guys. Promoting hand sanitizer. Wash your hands. Good job, Scott. Look at that. Good plug, man. Good job. Wash your freaking hands, everybody. We can get rid of the stupid virus and go back to games. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so with that said, I just really feel like, this is it's kind of funny. It's just actually kind of funny. So we got another comment here from Taryn. So what's the weather going to be like in Cleveland? Oh, look for
windy and cold.
Windy and cold. The typical Cleveland weather.
Yeah, it's going to be. But I mean, the Ravens played in a windy monsoon in New England a few weeks ago, and we lost the game, but our offense wasn't very bad that game. Our defense couldn't stop nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy, man. And Terrence says here, rainy weather, expect more running and less passing. Absolutely, man. You're gonna wanna.
Yeah, I don't think there's any precipitation in the forecast, but it's gonna be windy. They're saying like 25-mile-an-hour winds out of the west, and it's gonna be cold, like 20s, mid-20s.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's get into the fire round, guys. Final round here, and then we'll get you on out of here for the day, guys. I know you got your day to get to, so do I. But let's have some fun with the last round. Fire round. And let's get, of course, to the game plan. This is always fun because it can go back and forth, and that can actually, or just be like a very straight up thing. I mean, this has been a fun face-off so far. It's been a great one, guys. Let's have some fun with this darn round. So, Scott, start us off, man. Game plan. You guys have, it's crazy. It can go anywhere. It really can. But you guys got the athletes for the playbook. I'm telling you, man, this year has just been a mess with everything. But you can open up that playbook on both sides and do a lot of things on offense and defense. What is your game plan? If you were coach, man, what must you guys do?
All right, so offensively, got to run the ball, which we've done pretty well all year. Got to run, and get him to load the box up, and then throw the ball over the top. Throw it. I think we gotta get Duvernay more involved with like some sweeps. I think we gotta test their speed on the edges offensively. We gotta, with Dobbins and Brent and Marquise and Duvernay, we got some speed, man. We gotta test them guys to the edges and see if they can contain all the speed we got on offense and make them think. Misdirection. Roman is very, very bland with what he does. I wish he would do more screens, more misdirection, get the defense flowing one way, have the offense come back another way. I've been hoping to see it all year. The last few weeks, it has been a little bit more of that. So hopefully he keeps going in that route, starts opening more things up. Defensively, the game plan is going to be to get to Baker. You got to be able to pressure that man. Once he's not very good with pressure, but you got to do it. We can't. I would like not to have to blitz 7 and 8 guys. I'd like to be able to rush 4, 5, and get to them. But the main thing defensively is stopping the run, man. Because once they get that run going, Baker is. I think don't quote me on this. I want to say he's the best passer in the league, rating wise and completion percentage wise, off of play action. If not, it's very close. Top 3 at least. But I want to say I read earlier he was first in that category.
I believe that's true. I believe I read the same thing.
Right. So in order to stop stop the play action, you have got to stop the run. And if not, and he has time back there to fake the run and our linebackers suck up and bite up, that's when he finds success behind them, man. So, and he's been really good, surprisingly, without Odell. I mean, it's been like a whole different Baker almost. I mean, he hasn't been throwing picks, hasn't been forcing the ball. It was kind of like, I know it sounds crazy because OBJ is a talent, man, world talent. I mean,
yeah.
But me personally, I think Baker's better off without him. He was better his rookie year without him, and he's been better this year without him. The numbers don't lie when it comes to stuff like that. So, got to be able to stop the run, man. That's the main thing defensively. Stop the run, and when he drops back to pass, you got to get hands up because he's a little guy, man. So you got to get hands up. If you're not going to sack him, get your hands up and bat the ball down because he will throw bad at balls because he struggles to get the ball over the line.
Good stuff. All right, so Drew, go ahead, man. Go ahead and analyze. Well, just give your thoughts real quick. I mean, what do you think about Scott's gameplay? And then, of course, what do your Browns have to do tonight to win this thing?
Well, in order for us to win, like Scott said, we got to establish the run. We got to get the run game going, and if not, Baker's got to turn it up as a quarterback. I mean, I believe it's the last 5 games, Baker's thrown 17 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. So right now, the man is hot right now. So if the Browns could do what they did against Tennessee, if the run game is starting to slow down a little bit and Baker gets that play action, it could be 38-7 in an instant, as we saw against Tennessee, Dallas. The Browns can put up points when they can.
And quick.
I know Kevin Stefanski. When he got hired, man, I was so happy because I was like, this man's gonna do wonders for Baker. Fits the system very well.
Well, the thing is that he comes from we had Kubiak in 2014. The Ravens did, and that was Joe Flacco's best year. Huge Kubiak fan, man. That guy is a elite play caller. He sets things up so well. He'll run the same look. And the minute you bite on that same look, he's coming out the back end with something, and it's gonna hurt you. And Stefanski learned from him. He did. You can tell the way that offenses ran is just like the Ravens ran in 2014. You run heavy, and you run the same looking stuff out of the same formations, but then you throw in the play action to it, kind of like Shanahan does. Everything looks the same. So it's dressing. It's window dressing. Everything's the same, and the minute you think it's going to be a power O or a stretch play, Baker's pulling it, rolling, and there's usually guys just running wide open upfield.
Yeah.
And that system works if you have the people in place to run it and the line, because I mean, y'all's line can't be. I mean, we haven't talked about that at all. That O line has been the best in the league, passing numbers and running wise. They're the best line in the league this year, so they've been really good. O line.
And that was actually what I was going to get to here in a minute. Was that offensive line has helped Baker so well. Last year, our offensive line was one of the worst in the NFL, and you saw what happened. Baker could do a damn thing, and Freddie was like, hey, OBJ's 90 yards downfield. Let's just keep going to him every other play.
Well, and that's the thing is that last year y'all had a bunch of kids at coaches. I didn't like Kitchens and his staff. Y'all have grown men coaching now. Y'all have a grown men coaching staff.
Joe Woods, Stefanski, Alex Van Pelt.
The Van Pelt kid is a good coach. The offensive line coach, Callahan,
Bill Callahan.
He's always been a real solid O-line coach. Y'all, it's different. It's not the same old Cleveland. Last year, I said it last year. Before the year started last year, everyone was doing the same thing with Cleveland. Super Bowl playoffs, and I told everybody, hold your horses. This guy Kitchens has never even coached an offense, really. He's never been a head coach. He's very immature, and all that stuff held true. The locker room was a mess.
I said the exact same thing.
That guy. And then this year, once y'all got Stefanski, I got a friend of mine that's a really big Cleveland fan, and I told him, man, y'all are in good hands. Y'all are in good hands. He wanted Mike McCarthy real bad, that guy that got the Dallas coaching job. And I said, dude, I'm telling you, your offense. Yeah, with your offense, the way your offense is set up, dude, Stefanski was the perfect candidate for that job. He was, because the way he runs the ball, and honestly, Greg Roman would have been great for y'all because passing wise, he ain't great, but the running concepts he would have put in place for Chubb and Hunt would have been great. And that's what Stefanski's done. He's uses a lot of heavy tight ends, man. He's great. He's a really good coach.
And I know last year too, we had the discussion because I read an article. It was between Kevin Stefanski and Freddie Kitchens. We chose to go with Freddie Kitchens. I was like,
and you should have took Stefanski last year. Yep.
Yeah, we could have been tied with the Steelers right now if we had.
Yep.
Like that's how I felt.
Yep.
That's how I'm feeling now. I was like, man, like you guys said, that first game of the season against the Ravens, I'm like, this is not what this team's gonna be later on in the season, and I know that he just got thrown in there. No off season, no preseason, nothing.
And I didn't think it would be that bad the first week. I really think it's gonna be close tonight.
Oh no.
I think that I said before the year started, I thought that we were going to win the division. I thought y'all were going to come in second place, and I thought the Steelers would be third place in the division.
I thought the same thing.
And I thought it'd be real close. But y'all are still there, man. Y'all, especially with a win tonight, man, y'all are going to be breathing, and y'all still have one more to play against them. So y'all are going to be breathing down their necks, man, especially if y'all can pull it out tonight.
Yeah. I said if both teams go 12-3 in the final game of the season, I'll spend the $200 on tickets and go.
Right.
It'd be worth it.
Because what do y'all allow? 12,000 fans over there?
Yeah, we get 12,000 fans every game.
Yes, yeah. Baltimore's done shut all that shit out, man. We can't. There ain't no fans. We had fans at I think 2 games this year, maybe 1 game. We had like 5,000 fans. And COVID's been bad here, though. It's horrible. It's been really, really bad. The numbers have been crazy the last few weeks. So can't really blame them. I just want everybody to stay healthy, man. I want to get through this season. I'm surprised we've gotten as far as we have without less hindrances. Like I said, I just hope everyone stays healthy, man. That's all the players, all the coaches, all the families. I mean, this is a big deal, man. This is not you got they're players, they're humans. People think because they're professional athletes and they can't be affected by this stuff, and that's just wrong. I mean, they're human beings. Lamar Jackson said he was horrible. He was sleeping the whole time. He had flu-like symptoms, and he still don't have no taste or smell. Could you imagine going around and not being able to taste or smell anything? I hate having a stuffy nose. Not being able to taste. It's just, man, it's rough on everybody. So I'm just. Both of you guys, I hope you all, stay healthy, keep your families healthy.
You too, man.
We're gonna get through this. We'll get through this stuff, man. It's been a while, few months, but we're gonna make it out of it.
Yeah, we will.
I completely agree, gentlemen. That's a great note to end it on, gentlemen. That was great. Thank you so much for today's Primetime Face Off. Now we got a few comments here. Good stuff. Hey, once again, y'all, Scott Scholl, man, show for real,
legend.
That's right.
Great stuff, man. Terrence says in the comments, here we go, guys. It says, this is a tough game to pick, but I'm taking the Ravens 30-27. But
hey, T-Ran, I'm coming after you if we lose this game tonight, bro. You just coming after you.
He says, but the Browns are going to make the Ravens earn that win. Despite me picking against the Browns, they will make the playoffs in this race. Stefanski has been a treat for the Browns. I'll let Andrew dunk on me.
I'll have to remember that. I'll remember that.
All right.
Oh, man. All I have to say regarding my Ravens is big trust. Oh, my gosh.
That's right.
Yeah, love it, man. So, look, guys, there is no voting poll this week, unfortunately. I just haven't gotten around to doing that. I've just gotten back.
Fine, man. It was fun, man. It was fun. It's great, man.
It really has been great. It's been a lot of fun. So, with that said, guys, we're up against the hour. I know you guys got a jet. I only said to 45, but I'm glad you guys stayed a little extra. You made the show that much better, and man, that was awesome. So, Scott, let us know, man. Where can these diehard Ravens fans watching find you, man?
Well, on Facebook, it's just my name, Scott Scholl. You can find me there, and on Twitter, it's at Scholl for real, SHOLLFORREAL. Yeah, man, give me a follow. I'm always anything Maryland sports, Washington sports, always posting a lot of things, a lot of good insight behind what I post. I've been a sports fan since I was 6, going on 25 years now. So it's just a lot of sports. Yeah, just give me a follow. You'll like it.
Great stuff. Andrew, let them know, man. You got everything going. You got the podcast going. Soon Scott will be doing the same thing. We're hoping.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Direct message me. We'll talk about that.
Hey, that sounds good, man. We'll do the dang thing. Andrew, let them know, man. Where can all these diehard Browns fans find you, your shows, everything you do, man?
Yeah, man. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Drew Hagenbaugh, DREWHAGENBAUGH. I know that's a tough thing to spell because that last name can be a little complicated, but you guys can find me there. You can find my sports shows at Soccer SSIESR for my soccer scoreboard show, and the State of Ohio sports show you can just follow at State of OHIESR or IESR.
There you go, man. Great stuff. Man, it has been great. Gentlemen, and I'm with Scott, man, for sure. I mean, we're all together in this troop. We're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Let this be fine. Stay strong. Keep washing your hands. Keep using hand sanitizer like Scott was demonstrating.
That's right.
Look at that. Keep staying safe. You know, if you don't got to be anywhere, you know, around a whole bunch of people, don't. If you have to, well, then I guess you have to. But just do your
social distance, man. Social distance, wear your mask.
Exactly, y'all. Social distance. Stay, you know.
Simplicity.
Exactly. Keep your crowd real small, of course. You got your lady, you got your family and everything. We'll keep the circle small for just a little bit longer. We'll get through this, y'all. So with that said, it has been awesome. Scott, Andrew, thank you guys so much, man.
Good luck to you, man.
No problem, man. Anytime, bud.
Yeah, it's fun.
Enjoy tonight's game, and we'll talk to you guys soon, y'all. Take care.
You too,
right,
man.
Thanks.
Too.
All right, see you. Out.
See you.
All right, y'all. That was awesome, man. Great stuff here from these two guys here today. Terrence says here, we will all get through this. We definitely will, man. So stick around. We got a few more minutes here. I'm just going to go pretty fast. I do got to jet myself. But that was a great, one more time, y'all. Big round of applause for Scott Scholl and Andrew Hagenbaugh. Great stuff, man. And I've been saying Hag. It's Hagenbaugh. So great stuff, man. And awesome stuff as always. So once again, y'all, the iSports Radio Hall of Fame voting is officially underway. Go ahead and get your votes in. Let us know what's up, who you think, who you like, who you want to be in there. Let's do a quick recap here of Week 14. Last Thursday night, what in the world happened here? The Rams went ahead and just destroyed the Patriots. The Patriots are, they're pretty much done. They're 6-7 now. It's going to be rough for these guys. 24-3, big victory here for the Rams, who are now 9-4 and looking good in that playoff hunt right now. Next up, we have here the Chicago Bears. What did they stop? Like a freaking 5-6 game losing streak. You're going to hear about that today on Chi-Town Weekly with Mr. Adam McCarnick. Great stuff, man. But 36-7, 6-7 now on the season. I don't know how their playoff hopes are looking at the moment. We'll see. But and then a team who's really not looking good in the playoffs is those Texans dropping to 4-9. Next up here, well, it was funny because I was watching, of course, game day yesterday and watching I forgot who said it, but they said it was the reunion game with Andy Dalton going back to Cincinnati, and they were like, no, it's a revenge game, man, because 30-7 just beat down the Bengals. They are now 4-9 on the season in that very I don't know, it's the very tough in a bad way NFC East this year. And so the Bengals dropped 2-10-1 and in their division, and well, those Cowboys will drop to 4-9. Next up here, how about those Chiefs, man? They were losing this game. They were actually down for just a tiny bit. It wasn't very much. I was watching this game actually, and it was a good game, but for the most part. But the Dolphins, they had a little comeback at the end. Wasn't the best. But I'll tell you right now, those Chiefs got it done. They pulled it out 33-27. They are now 12-1 on the season, number 1 seed in the AFC. And those Dolphins, I think they're currently the 6th seed. Although no, they're looking down the outside, looking in the 7th seed. But man, 8-5 in the season, not too shabby. Tua's doing his thing, guys. 7-6 now in the season for the Arizona Cardinals. Not nice little victory there over the Giants, 26-7. And well, 7-6 they go, and those Giants who are leading the NFC East at 5-8. You know what? I'll give these guys some pass. They haven't had a great year, but they're still doing that thing, still leading the division and make the playoffs. You know what? Good for them. For the Giants. But as for the Cardinals, man, they're still looking good. They have their playoff hopes alive. Let's see if they can get in there. Next up here, guys, I'll tell you, those Buccaneers. How about this, man? Those dang Buccaneers pulled it off. They've had a good season and they haven't had a good season. They've been up and down, but they pulled this thing off 26-14. They now jump to 8-5 on the season. And those Scholl Vikings, 6-7, guys. Those Vikings are so up and down, man. They are the official roller coaster of the NFL. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys, but those Vikings are so unimpressive sometimes. And sometimes they look so good. And you're like, what the hell's going on with this team? But Once again, Brady and company came to town, pulled off a good victory, but regardless, still a good matchup here. And, well, I guess went the Buccaneers' way. So, with that said, we're moving on. The Denver Broncos pull off an impressive victory yesterday, 5-8 now in the season, as they will defeat the Carolina Panthers 32-27, as the Panthers dropped to 4-9. I did not think that this was going to be actually that good of a football game. Well, actually, kind of did, but I thought honestly the Panthers were going to win it. Yeah, I'm a little biased because I'm a Raider fan, AFC West, but I just know that the Panthers have been. I've been saying, watch out for this team. They're pretty good. They're not in a Super Bowl winning team right now, but they're on their way if they keep building the way they're building. They're a good football team. Regardless, Denver pulled it together yesterday, had a good overall victory. Had a great victory. Looked good. But next up here. How about them Titans, man? They come from getting blown out to winning big games to doing all kinds of stuff. Yesterday, I know it was the Jaguars. I get it. I understand. But still, man, 31-10. Nice victory here of the Jaguars on the road. They go to 9-4 on the season. Jaguars drop to 1-12. I just hope things get better for the Jaguars soon, man. It's tough to have to do this every year. I'm a Raider fan, and for the first time in a long time, okay, since 2016. But before that, since 2003, guys, we've had to suffer seasons like that over and over. Maybe not winning 12, but still pretty low. But I guess hope everything gets better for them. Speaking of the Raiders, well, yesterday, if we ever had a playoff chance, that might be gone now. But 44-27, we got smacked. Rivers remembered who he was playing, his Raiders. I mean, his Raiders, they kind of are in his pocket. But yeah, he remembered that they were playing his old rivals from the AFC West. And, well, they just beat the brakes off of us, 44-27. Huge victory there. The Colts are now in the 6th seed in the AFC, 9-4. How about that, guys? The Raiders dropped to 7-6. The Raiders want any chance at this, we're gonna have to win out at 10-6, and well, it's gonna be kind of tough. So we'll see. We don't know. But with that said, the freaking Seahawks, man. How about this? Just dropping it on the Jets. 9-4 on the season, and unfortunately for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-13, which is a rough go for them. This was a good game, actually. The Lions gave the Packers one good battle. This was such a good football game. But unfortunately for the Lions, football gets short. This has been a tough year for these guys. It's been a tough year for everybody, but letting go of Matt Patricia this year, it's really been rough. But I'll tell you what, right now, this has been such a good the offense has been doing their thing. The defense hasn't looked great. I don't know. The Lions just need a lot of fixing. I get it. But overall, I'm a little surprised at the Packers. The Packers this year have been so hit or miss. They should be this amazingly good, strong, tough team, and they have been, and then they're kind of not. So my overall thoughts on the Packers is get it together. Right now, they're currently 10-3. They're going to the playoffs. Now, let's see how far they get there. As for the Lions, they're 5-8. But you know what? If they got to hang their hat on anything, one hell of a game that they push the Packers to. Packers win 31-24 on the road. Next up here, the Eagles win a football game. Yay! No, but they're right there. They're competing with the Giants. Only one game back now in the NFC East, as they jumped to 4-8-1, defeating the Saints 24-21. Saints dropped to 10-3. They're still in the playoff hunt. Actually, this next game, man, Taryn, you guys won one, man, a close one. I was listening to Game Day, and they were like, man, the Chargers finally won a close game. All right, I forgot what I was watching, one of the games, but somebody said that like during the half. But, man, that was it. Yeah, the Chargers finally pulled this thing off. How about that? 20-17 over the Falcons. Kind of worries me a little bit because the Falcons beat down the Raiders. So it could be a good game on Thursday night. I cannot wait, y'all, Raiders and Chargers. But 20-17 victory here over the Atlanta Falcons at home for the Chargers. Falcons dropped to 4-9, and, well, the Chargers will jump to 4-9. Next up here, Washington, man. They keep on winning these crazy games. Don't get me wrong, the Niners aren't anything but they were last year. I mean, anything but what they were last year. They're just not strong. They're not tough. They've had a rough go, unfortunately. But this Washington football team, man, 23-15 on the road. Nice victory for them. They're just collecting nice wins. I think I'm sorry, I don't know why I said they were leading the NFC. I didn't even realize. I forgot about this team. But the Giants are not leading. These guys are leading. But I'll tell you right now, this is one good team. They are strong. They're tough. And you know what? They're fighting. That pass rush yesterday, I saw it. They're looking good. They're looking really, really good. Young look good. They played a good football game. So Hats off to Washington. Let's see what they can do moving forward. And then, of course, last night, a game that I honestly, I had the Steelers winning, man. I thought they were really going to come out and win this thing. I really was surprised. I'm telling you, 7-0 at the half, and then I'm sitting here tweeting and doing all kinds of stuff because busy me as usual. I look up and it's like 23-7. I'm like, whoa. But I mean, it is what it is. The Steelers, they fought back a little bit, nothing much, nothing doing. 26-15, 10-3 now for the Bills, 11-2 for the Steelers, and there you have it. So I'm gonna get on the comments really quick, guys, and then we're gonna get to the playoff pictures, and then that'll be that. But let's see here. All right, so Patriots can no longer win the AFC East. Well, there you go, and they are finished. So poor Deshaun Watson, he lost his team. He lost. His team got eliminated from the playoff contention, and he got hit in the McNuggets. That really sucks. Poor guy. NFC least, absolutely. It's something about trailing by 10 that brings out the best in the Chiefs for some reason, right? Cardinals, Giants, the Meg and Angela Balls. Think about that right now, and I was looking at it. I was like, hey. And I know we don't do the groups. We got to get back to those groups at least a little bit during the end of the season. I guess it's just hard for me to get everything going, guys. Sorry. But the Bucks need to win. Had they lost, it would have been tough to come back from, absolutely, playoff-wise. Dang Broncos, I picked the Panthers. The Panthers' defense broke and did not absolutely. Remember when the Jags won in week 1? Good times. Absolutely. Yeah, it's losses like that. And the Falcons, that could cost the Raiders. Absolutely. Better win Thursday or it's a wrap. Absolutely. So right now, no, I just want a good football game, but the Raiders have been frustrating, and the Chargers are nothing to mess with right now. We've even got to see Geno Smith play for the Seahawks. Hey! Packers rule the NFC North again. They do. Jalen Hurts played well in his debut, as he should have been playing. Sorry. Wins, but I'm just saying. Chargers shut out the Falcons in the second half. They did a heck of a job. Hail to the football team, the team of dynasty. What a bad joke. I know. I'm sorry, Steelers. That was tough. Big shout out to Hall of Famer here, by the way. Ice Sports Radio Hall of Famer, Yukio Udima. Man, this team. The Steelers will drop 2 in a row now, so tough one. Bills were the big winner of the week by 14. They were. They were the big winner of week 14. By the way, Bills led 9-7 at the half. Okay, sorry. Well, all I know is it looked close. It was a good football game, guys, and I was surprised. I just didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. Even though it's not that lopsided, I just kind of thought I was going to be a little bit closer. Maybe a nail biter, you know. But anyway, so getting off here to the AFC playoff picture. 12-1 Chiefs right now. We have the 11-2 Steelers. We have the Buffalo Bills at 10-3, Tennessee at 9-4, Cleveland at 9-3, and Indianapolis at 9-4. As I mentioned earlier, Indianapolis would be going to Buffalo, and Cleveland will be heading on over to Tennessee if the playoffs are tomorrow. Then we get on over to the NFC here, and we have Green Bay at 10-3, and New Orleans at 10-3. We also have the Rams at 9-7, Washington at 6-7. Seattle at 9-4, and Tampa Bay at 8-5. Right now, Tampa Bay would be heading on over to take on the Rams. That'd be a pretty good game. And we would have Seattle heading on over to take on the Washington football team. That is how the current playoff picture looks right now. We have the teams on the outside looking in. Of course, just a few here. Let's see. Realistically, what do we got? Cardinals are right there. Oh my gosh, that's so close at 7-6. Minnesota 6-7. Chicago 6-7, and then it kind of drops off. After that point, it's possible, but a lot of things got to go wrong for teams, and a lot of things got to go right for the Lions and the teams on the other side of that, and on the other side of that line, and then on the AFC. The line looks like let's see here. We have Miami at 8-5. They're right there, guys. They're knocking on the door. Baltimore, they're right there as well, knocking on the door. So are the Raiders, kind of. I know I said it for the Ravens, and I won't say it for the Raiders. It's like right there, but I'm just tough on my team. But they realistically are. Either team could get in. I just gotta really win out or be close to it. The Patriots, kind of done-ish, but they still have a chance, but they got to win out. And then there's that line right there too. I think after you get to eight losses, it's really tough at this point. So that's pretty much that for the AFC. But good stuff there, guys. And yeah, Yukio says Steelers can't appear in the Super Bowl with the playing in the last game. Absolutely agree, Yukio. If the Steelers want to even have a remote chance at playing at the next round after, where are they at right now again, guys? They are they're second seed. If they want to get past the divisional round, they have to play better than what they played last night. That's all there is to it. So they need to be tougher. They've been all year long, but and a little adversity, but it is what it is, guys. Remember the famous 8-0 season? Bill Belichick was like, we should have lost a game during the season. That would have been way better to have been undefeated and get a Super Bowl and lose. I remember he said something like that, but I'm just saying, guys. So with that said, that is that though for today's show. Oh my gosh. I get some water. But with that said, guys, that is going to do it. My goodness. That is going to do it for today's show. When we return tomorrow, we will be back on Spreaker. Well, I'll be back on Spreaker, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Mr. Terran Rodriguez and myself, once again, Mr. Terran Rodriguez and myself will be back for College Edition. Get some time for all the bowl games and the championship games and playoffs and all this crazy talk. So we're going to talk about all this craziness going on in college football tomorrow. Once again, that's 11 a.m. Pacific time. 2 p.m. Eastern. Then, of course, you can catch Chi-Town weekly later on today at 3 p.m. Pacific time or 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Central time. Then, of course, after that, let's wind about sports with Mike Pat, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, we have Phil and Phil talking about that Colts loss yesterday. And then on to the next for Thursday Night Football versus the Chargers with the Unfiltered Truth Raiders football talk, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time on StreamYard and on Spreaker, so you can catch them on their StreamYard account. You'll see the links. Make sure to go ahead and follow us at As a Whole on IE Sports Radio or on Twitter at IE Sports Radio. On one more time, let's try that again. Let's go ahead and try. You go ahead and follow us As a Whole at IE Sports Radio on Twitter at IE Sports Radio, as well as on Instagram at IE Sports Radio. You can follow us or give us a like on Facebook. We certainly like that at IE Sports Radio. Check us out on LinkedIn. We're at IE Sports Radio as well. And show us some love, guys. Give us a follow wherever you're at, whatever website. Check us out, of course, on our website, iesportsradio.com. And please do us a big favor, guys. Right now is a tough time. Things are just rough right now financially for all of us, for sure. But for me, of course, I've tried to hold up I have held up IE Sports Radio for a long time, just, without sponsorship and everything. But this time we're really trying to go after it. We're really trying to get some good sponsorship going on. But in the meanwhile, can you please help us? Let us know. We are definitely grateful for this. Check us out on Ko-fi. Go give us a donation. Big shout out to our first donation yesterday, Mr. Bobby Tazinski. Great guy, man. Former host here of IE Sports Radio, or on IE Sports Radio, and just a great dude all around, man. He helped us out and gave us a donation, so we really appreciate that. If you guys would like to, please head on over to Ko-fi. Check us out. Find us on Ko-fi. I think it's Ko-fi.com, but there's our link right there. Check us out and show us some love. Hit that support button. If you can spare something, please let us know. We'd certainly appreciate it, or please send it our way. We really appreciate it. Right now, times are not easy. We get that. Christmas is here. A lot of things. But what we do know as well is we're just trying to do our thing and do what we love. So a couple bucks, guys, seriously, $2-3, everything helps, everything matters, and everything adds up and everything counts. So we really appreciate it, and we really appreciate all of your help. Thank you for help keeping us going the last 6.5 years by just listening. So in that right now, that's still good enough, guys. Trust me. If you guys listen in, or ladies and gentlemen, if you guys listen in and you enjoy our shows, that's all that matters. We really appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank all of you for listening the last 6.5 years. I mean, we have our third Hall of Fame class getting ready to get set, man. Taryn's in it, Scott's in it. I mean, we're going to see. Well, we got the Hall of Fame voting, that is. So make sure to go to IE Sports Radio, at IE Sports Radio on Twitter. Cast your vote. Let us know. And who you would like to see in the Hall of Fame, of course, and that'll continue next week. But with that said, y'all, that is that. The voting polls are up and going right now, so get your votes in. And there you have it, y'all. So with that said, that will do it. And of course, there's a lot of different voting polls too, so you can get your votes in for multiple people. So with that said, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's show. That's right, Taryn. Hey, thanks for the appreciation, man. You never disappoint either, man. Great stuff. College Edition is back tomorrow. Really excited for that. And let's do the dang thing. So with that said, y'all, we got a busy week. We're gonna have some fun, and that will be that. I got a special show coming up with my girlfriend Cecilia. It's gonna be awesome coming up later on this week. Maybe it's sports, but a little bit different. It's gonna be a fun show with a fun twist in it. So if you're watching, I love you, baby, and looking forward to that show, and just looking forward to everything our life together. So with that said, y'all, I hope all of you have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in today and showing us love and listening. Big ups once again, big ups, and thank you to Scott and Andrew. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everybody who listened today, Mr. Taryn Rodriguez, Yukio, and just everybody who tuned in, who chimed in, everybody who's watching either now on YouTube or the podcast. Like, gotta get these things uploaded up onto Spreaker, but I guess busy me. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. That's going to do it for week 14 here on 3 and Out. We got a week done. Yay. And, well, we're going to continue things on Thursday. I think Taryn and I should face off on Thursday. I think that sounds like a fun one. So we'll talk about that and everything. But let's go ahead and end this one here. But great stuff. And thank you to everybody who tuned in. You guys are awesome. And I'm wearing my USC hat tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we got to do, y'all. So with that said, we're going to do this audio tomorrow, though. Taryn, I should wear my USC stuff tomorrow. Oh, we should do a freaking StreamYard then. But anyway, should be some good stuff. I'm really excited. We'll talk about that. But yeah, man. Hey, let's do it, man. He's down for a Primetime Face Off. Let's do it. Let's have some fun, man. But at the end of the day, we're all sports fans who love our teams. At the same time, it's all about respect, and that's what it is. So mad respect here. Mad respect to all you listeners out there. Mad respect to everybody. We appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for being a part of this and for showing us love, and we appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, Taryn and I, for 3 and Out College Edition, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. That'll do it from me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. You can follow me on Twitter at TheTHEE_LB53, and that's going to do it. I had to plug that last thing, and that's going to do it, y'all. So take care, and as always, God bless.